My name is JPS, and welcome to Just Power Washing Stuff. Today I got my friend Patrick, otherwise known as Pat Rat, to join me. Patrick is someone that I and a lot of people that we both know have known for a very long time. We've gone as far back as even before Discord was a thing, and most of our gaming was from LAN parties where we'd all bring our PCs and game with each other. He was interested in doing an episode, and I was like, yeah, I'd be glad to have him on. So without further ado, I hope you guys enjoy. Welcome to Just Power Washing Stuff. A completely original idea. No, it isn't. But it is an interesting idea that I ended up going with. I'm already screwing up the intro, but anyways, today I'm here. Today or tonight, depending on how you see it, I'm here with Patrick. If you want to give a little bit of an introduction about yourself.
My name's Patrick. I go by Pat Rat. Or Pat. It doesn't really matter. I go with anything.
I do have the. What's funny is that since the previous episode we had that, I could just change one letter on the overlay, and
Yeah.
it was just that easy to change.
It's a cat.
And this time we got Power Wash Sim 2, since we both happen to have access to it, and since I don't think he has finished this. I don't think he has started career mode yet.
I have not.
The formula of this will be, in terms of how long it may be, based on the level, it'll be a little bit different. It'll also be my first time playing Power Wash Simulator 2 multiplayer.
Mine too.
One thing I wanted to ask to go along with the name that you mentioned earlier, with the slight rebranding of the username, where did the name Pat Rat come from?
Pokemon Black and White.
Okay, that was a very quick answer. Any reason why you wanted to go with that? I'm just curious.
I remember. Let me think. It was Will had said it in a passing comment, and it made me laugh really hard. And then I was thinking about it, and I was like, "Yeah, I should just use that name. That sounds funnier." And then I just kind of kept on to that. I like the name. It makes me laugh.
Yeah, it can easily be shortened to Pat.
Exactly.
Not that the name Patrick couldn't already be shortened to Pat, but it still works.
I like when people call me Pat. I don't know. It's nice. I like that. I like that better than just Patrick.
Or PB.
Oh, you can call me PB too. Most of my high school friends call me that, but anybody's welcome to call me that. I don't care. That is my initials, so.
Yeah, I know our friend Justin will still call you that.
Yeah, I like both. You can call me whatever you want, whatever you're comfortable with.
So another question that I wanted to ask, since I know it's something that you've been quite interested in, is what has gotten you into photography?
Well, let me think. I grew up in the countryside in California. I live in the countryside, so I've always had a strong appreciation for nature and animals, and when I started really getting into like psychology and things like that, I had been into not psychology. I had been into photography since I was a kid, but I started taking it more seriously now as an adult, and I realized like it's very cathartic to be able to pretty much capture moments in time that will be unique to me. It's like a window, essentially. I get to share what I saw for a brief moment, and it makes me appreciate a lot of the world I live in. It's very cool, and it gives me a reason to get out and do stuff too, because if nothing else, I can always be like, hey, I'm gonna go take pictures today.
From what I've seen, you've been doing quite well at that.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
I figured this would also give you another opportunity to talk about another thing that you have quite the interest in. Is tell me the history that you have with bowling, because I know that's something that you've had like good times with.
Okay, well, before even I was born, my mom and my aunt and my grandmother were on a bowling league. I have tons of pictures of them from back then. And when I was really young, there's pictures of me with a bowling ball that I didn't realize that I had taken of me. So I guess it's kind of been with me since I was an infant, pretty much. But I started doing bowling league when I was 6 years old, and I did it pretty much until I couldn't do junior league anymore. And then I had done tournaments and stuff too, which were really fun. Um, I got really involved in the community. The bowling alley that I go to, my coach uh, was pretty much a really close friend now. He taught me how to spin the ball and how to clean them and which ones I should be using for my, because like some of them it's for certain weights. All my bowling balls are max weight, so 16 pounds. Uh, I don't do league anymore, but I'd certainly like to again. But I still go bowling on my own all the time. It's very fun for me. It's very like to jump like same thing with photography. Like it's very it's very relaxing. Like if you're stressed out or something like that, throwing a heavy ball at a bunch of pins and watching them explode is very entertaining.
It is quite entertaining, even if I'm not the best at it.
It's all about just having fun.
Absolutely. So I remember, so I remember when we got to bowl with Nat, Eric, and Josh, how I had somehow ended up on second place,
I
which I
know
was
that's
not
crazy.
expecting.
You're a master bowler.
With with how my history with bowling had been, I was expecting it to get like third or below.
I want to go bowling with the group again. I usually I don't really get to bowl with the group most of the time. Like I said, I'm usually do it by myself or like with a family member or something. But my friends, I don't usually get to bowl very often with. I'd like to do that again. That was very cool.
Barely get to do a lot of stuff with outside of the home.
That's real. I hear that.
Then again, I do just happen to be more comfortable doing stuff online, but I'm not opposed to doing stuff elsewhere.
Oh yeah, of course not. You should see like some of the stuff from League. Like there are people who got really mad sometimes. Like especially the adults. The adults would get really upset during League sometimes.
How
When I
so?
worked at the bowling alley, uh, okay, so bowling and alcohol seemed to be a huge thing during like league nights. So when I
Oh
worked at the
boy.
bowling alley, sometimes like the pins will get stuck in the back, so you have to go to the you have to like walk down the lane and like reset it. And if you mess up the reset, sometimes they get really upset with you. So like you'll be walking back and they're like, "Oh, come on, you gotta call it in, fix it. Put my pins back how they were." It's like, "I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry." I had to work the front desk this one time, and these two guys they bought their games and got their shoes, and then they set their shoes down and they left, and they never started their game. So they paid for these bowling games, and then they just left.
Wow, that is something else.
It was really funny. I think they were super drunk, but it was really funny. Like, that's your money, man, I guess.
I didn't even realize how much of a professional I am when it comes to recording because the Steam notifications just kept showing up, and I
That's
had
Justin getting on Deadlock.
yep, I had remembered about the Do Not Disturb feature,
Oh, yes. Yeah.
which
You
I
get Justin cameo.
yeah I don't know if I don't know if he'd be signing up for this, but since he doesn't own the game, if he were to, I can make an exception involving the Roblox version. That is acceptable for anyone that wants to be on here but doesn't have Power Wash Simulator.
Oh, you should add that to the to the form.
I did add that in the description.
Oh, of the form?
Yeah, from what I remember.
Oh, okay, okay.
So another thing I wanted to add was, how'd you meet a lot of us? Like
Oh,
Josh, Eric,
gosh.
Justin.
Okay, let me think. So, when I got to high school, I had already known, um, he's not in the server, but my friend, Jacob, who's someone I've known a really long time since like third grade. But he actually is the one who met Josh, and I met Josh through him. He had him come to the table, and then I got to know Josh there, and then trying to think. I met. I think the way I got closer to you guys is finding out that Jeffrey was his brother, because I had Jeffrey in a math class in my freshman year, and I like slowly found out that he had a brother, and then I found out Josh had a brother, and then I found out that you guys were related, those two.
Like one just happened
I found
to,
out.
like one just happened to say like, oh, I happen to have a brother named this, and the other one saying I happen to
Yeah,
have a brother
I
named
can't
that.
remember the exact specifics of how like I figured it out. I'm pretty sure. I think it was Jeffrey who told me, and then they told me about you too, and I was like, "There's a third brother."
Just living in the cave known as the garage. Well, not
Yeah,
living in the garage.
Justin. I'm trying to think how I met Justin. I think it was through PE that I met Justin. I'm pretty sure. It's been forever since that happened. I want to say PE is how I met Justin, and then I think he already knew he already knew somebody that I knew. I think anyway. As in, like, I think it was either Jeffrey or Josh. I can't remember. But Jeffrey, I managed to get like closer with because I ended up having PE with him. Not freshman year, but like I think sophomore year, I had PE class with him, and so I would talk to him a lot more. And we had a friend named Jose that would hang out with us too, and so I kind of got to know him and Jose and our and a friend of mine named Hunter as well. That's someone Justin knows too, Hunter.
For like the longtime viewers of the channel, they'd probably know of they most likely know of you, Josh, Justin, and Eric, but I don't think they know about Jeffrey unless they've tuned into some of the live streams. He has been like to everyone else, he's been a recent addition, but the reality is we've known him for a long time. Just recently, he had found out about the fact that I stream and upload.
Oh yeah, is he tuning in for streams?
Yeah, he had shown up for the TF2 for the previous TF2 stream and playing Book of Mario 64 for the first time. That
Sweet.
unhinged text hack.
Yeah, those clips are really funny. Yeah, and I want to preface too that I've known you, Jeffrey, and Josh pretty much for the same amount of time. Maybe Jeffrey by like a couple days, but like for the most part, I've known you guys pretty much for the same amount of time.
Makes sense. He is like I see him as like the most sociable compared to all three of us.
Oh yeah.
Another question that I have
Oh wait,
is like
sorry, I forgot Eric too. I forgot to mention
that was
Eric.
actually going to be my next question. Like, how
Okay,
far back do you and Eric go? Because I know
freshman year
you two
too.
have been like very close, longtime friends.
Yeah, so I met him freshman year of high school, same as Jeff. But I switched out of the math class I was in because I wasn't doing super great. Math's like my weakest subject. And so I took an algebra support class, the second half of my freshman year, and I ran into this. I had what did I say? There's this friend of ours that we're not really sure what happened to him now, but like at the time, I'd ran into this guy wearing a Fallout 4 jacket, and I told him, I was like, "Hey, your jacket's really cool. Where'd you get it?" And he was telling me about it, and I was like, "Sick, man! That's a really cool jacket." Because I think Fallout 4 had just come out as well at the time. I was like, I'll catch you around." And then I was walking to my, I hadn't had algebra support yet, but I think it was like the next day I had to take it. And when I walked into the class, I ran into that same guy again, and he just so happened to introduce me to his two friends, which uh, his name was Dane, and then there was Eric. Eric was rummaging through the teacher's desk looking for, I think, playing cards or something. He was, I don't remember exactly what he was grabbing, but he was in the teacher's desk, and it was really funny. And so yeah, I became really fast friends with all three of them. We played GTA and stuff. I played GTA a lot with Eric and his brother Yvonne. That was a lot of fun. I'd be like, I get home from school and like log on to Xbox and just play games and stuff. And then I had geometry with him sophomore year, so we would hang out outside of class like just before it was about to start, and we'd play Super Smash Brothers on the 3DS.
Would you say he's a great example of like cryptid like at first, but then eventually you get to know him and see what he's really like?
Yeah, you know what's funny is from what I was told, like yeah, he was very quiet, but he talked. He's very talkative. I think it just depends on the person. I mean, he's mysterious, but he's funny. He's very friendly too.
Absolutely. Usually just takes the right people or people that he knows.
Yeah, our group. Okay, I'm gonna be so real. Algebra support was not a good class, and I don't mean like a good class like the teacher was bad. We didn't have a teacher. We only had substitutes. But for a class about trying to do algebra support, we just watch Netflix all the time. That was really it. We did like maybe 30 minutes, a 30-minute lesson, and then just watch Netflix for the rest of class.
So I take it the company of that class made made it a lot more tolerable.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't the class was bad. I just mean like from a teaching perspective, that was not a good class for teaching.
Like the like none of you had really learned much from that.
No, not at all.
Like not even just a matter of not being able to pay attention, just the teacher not doing the best job.
Yeah, we were watching like Archer and stuff in class.
Archer?
Yeah, Archer. You put it on the screen projector.
How can one? I'd have to wonder how one could even learn at least a little bit of algebra from watching Archer.
Not at all. I just watched it.
I could just
But yeah,
picture these. I could just picture these homework assignments. They're like word problems involving the characters of Archer.
like at lunchtime and stuff, I would walk over to the campus where our geometry class was, and I'd hang out with Eric. Yeah, I mean, eventually I brought him to the table, and he got to meet everybody, and he hit it off quick with everybody, especially Jake. Jake, I mean, if you know me, you know Jake. So
I keep saying it to you, but I gotta have like more opportunities to meet up with the both of you.
oh yeah, yeah, 100%. It's been kind of hard lately. He's been working a lot.
I guarantee that the two that me and him would probably yap endlessly about classic rock.
Oh, 100%. He loves 80s, 90s music.
Like 80s rock brothers in that regard.
Oh yeah.
What is like the one missing thing on the inner wall? I don't even know the button to scan.
Q.
Oh, there we go. That's the one thing I don't like about Power Wash Simulator 2. That the original control system wasn't really that broken. Why
I know,
go
it got switched.
Why go change all that?
I don't like it either.
I
To the
just
next
realized that
one.
I'm the purple one. Yeah, there
We
we
cleaned
go.
a bathroom. Why did we do that? Why did we clean a bathroom?
I
It's
don't
the
know.
city's
This
job, not ours.
maybe it's a San Francisco bathroom.
Oh Lord, it'll be dirty by the same day.
Not even Power Wash Simulator could fix that.
No, no.
So another question that I want to ask is, since you were involved in it, feel free to talk about how much of an impact the trip that Nat and Eric had made to where we live has been for you. Since Nat
Uh,
since Nat got to talk about it in the previous episode, I figured I'd give you a chance as well, since you were also a big part of that.
uh, trip or the trip? Which one?
The trip over here.
Oh, okay. I think it was very impactful. I won't go like super into detail, but I'd been talking with Nat and Eric a lot, like way before that, because of and I don't know. It was just nice to be able to not only get to meet Nat in person, but then to see Eric as well again, because a lot for a lot of the group, it had been a really long time since we'd seen him. It was very impactful. I felt really bad um, when they did the pizza thing because I was just struggling a lot, and then I kind of I ended up going for a walk by myself and everything, and it was I don't know. I did feel really bad about that. I apologize to them for that,
Yeah, no
but
worries.
it was a very good trip. I needed that. I think all of us really needed that trip.
Oh, for sure.
I wrote them a letter and everything too after they left, and you know just wanted them to know how much they meant to me.
I wish I had
I
thought
don't.
of doing something similar.
Could always send one in the mail too. I have the address if you want to ever do it. Send anything that way.
Oh yeah, I'd like to. Just that I'd have to find the right words first,
Oh yeah, I get you.
and paying for shipping, I think.
uh, if it's a letter, it wouldn't. Just get a stamp, probably. I don't think it would cost much, if anything.
Oh really?
Yeah, I mean it's just a letter.
Shows
It's
how
not a
much in the
package.
modern times that I've been living in, being spoiled by email and Discord messages.
Well, I don't blame you either. I mean, they charge for freaking everything, the post office. So, but yeah, that was a very good trip. Um, I still think about it a lot. I look at the pictures and everything too. It was great. It was awesome being able to hang out with everybody like that.
Yeah, I always like to see when friends from other sides of the country or other parts of the world are able to meet each other. It's always awesome to
Yeah,
see.
I agree.
I would see I would see times where some people in the I would see some moments where people in the Vanos crew would go to Wildcat's house for 4th of July, and I'd be like, if money wasn't an issue, I would have loved to do something like that for a specific day.
Yeah, I'll
Like,
say they came to my house like the day they were leaving, so they got to see the horses and everything too.
I'll never forget how there was that one event scheduled that was like, I think it was like I want my horse or something like that.
She has a cat. Okay, she has a pet. She cannot have my horse.
True, but I don't think the cat is a horse.
It is not a horse, but it's a cat.
She still wanted to be able to see a horse.
She got to see multiple horses.
That is true. This is like a different question, but I'm curious to know what one of your earliest gaming memories is,
Oh,
or one that has like in general solidified your interest in gaming.
so okay. The earliest gaming moment I have, even before I had my own uh, gaming system, my family all had their own. So like my sister, when I was a little kid, she had a GameCube, and she played like Dance Dance Revolution and Super Smash Brothers Melee. And then I got a Game Boy Advanced as my first quote unquote console, I guess. So I'd play Pokemon Ruby on it and Emerald, and they had Super Mario Brothers, like the NES one on the Game Boy Advance. So I had that one. And then my dad, uh, he had his Xbox, like his original Xbox, and he got out of gaming, so he gave it to me. And so that's how I got introduced to like Mortal Kombat and Need for Speed and Star Wars Battlefront.
You got
So
introduced to
I
Mortal
mean,
Kombat at a young age.
I did. I really did. Mortal Kombat Armageddon. Yeah.
Well, I'm not. I don't think. Oh, Mortal Kombat Armageddon.
Yeah.
That
I
was like
still
one of
have
the.
it too.
That was like one of the first Mortal Kombat games I ever owned. It was for the Wii, if I remember. No, yeah, it definitely was for the Wii because that was like the only system that we had that it was available for, and it had the motion controls option for fatalities and such.
That was sick. That game was awesome. I think my fondest memory though is like when the DS Lite came out and how like big it got. Like even like everybody in my family had a DS Lite. Even my mom had a DS Lite. Like we were all playing on the DS Lite. Like it was awesome.
I had a neighbor that would just like stop by my house and play his DS Lite, and that would introduce me to Super Mario 64 DS and Mario Hoops 3 on 3, and that would get me more curious about about the Mario franchise and a lot of the DS games.
Yeah.
Mario
God,
Party Mario Party DS was also included, and that would be what would get me even more curious about Mario Party 8 for the Wii once I got access to that at my oldest cousin's graduation from high school.
I'll say I'm very grateful to have been able to grow up in that era because that era of Nintendo was incredible. Like I think my most played games or my most played consoles were the DS and the Wii. So I'd play Guitar Hero World Tour on the Wii.
I think one of the first games for the Wii that I owned besides Wii Sports and Wii Play, I was also given Rayman Raving Rabbids.
Sweet.
And then eventually I'd be curious about Rayman Raving Rabbids 2, and even to this day I still remain the pro out of like a lot of people that we know.
Definitely, I would agree with that. You're very good at the game.
And I found that there was a ranking system in that where you could like have like a custom list of mini games, and you'd have like a custom list of mini games and pick the ranking system, which would have an option of like if you get second place, you get 0 points. So being second
Brutal.
best would not be what you'd want to aim for.
Feels like the kind of thing that you're gonna have to take a walk after you lose the match.
So
0 points, come on.
I don't know if there has been one that would come to your mind, but out of curiosity, since I asked this to Net, what would you say would be the most like rage-inducing gaming moment that you've had, or rage-inducing uh, game you've ever played?
I don't really rage anymore, but I know like when I was a kid, I think the moment that comes to mind, and even when I watched um, the Nats episode too, it came to my mind as well as on the 360. I was playing the veteran difficulty on Modern Warfare 2's campaign, and I kept dying, and I got so pissed off that I threw my controller and it broke the bottom half of it.
Oh boy.
So I had to like it like popped the shell off of it, so I had to like sit there and fix it. And thankfully, the way it broke, like it was able to go back together in one piece without issue. But I was like, after that, I was like, I'm not gonna do that again. That wasn't good. Now, like when I get really irritated with games, I usually just like, all right, I think that's it for me for tonight. I'm going to bed.
Here's another interesting question, since I figure you know like my answer to it for me, but I'm curious to know. I'm curious to know what had sparked your interest in Gmod ever since.
Hmm. I'm trying to remember the first time I got introduced to Gmod. I'd been really into like so the my Valve game was Left 4 Dead. That's what got me really into Valve games. But Half-Life I'd already been very familiar with as a kid. I didn't know about Gmod, and then I'm trying to think how the hell I stumbled upon it. It was definitely from a YouTube video. Of whatever one it was, I couldn't tell you, but I know it was from a YouTube video, 100%.
Was it like
It
one of
it, it
those
might have
stop motion Gmod animations?
it might have been it might have been a Vanos video actually that got me interested in it.
Oh dang!
Thinking about it, yeah, it might have been a Vanos video. That sounds right. So I'm gonna go with that. I'm assuming it was a Vanos video that got into because I was huge into Vanos when I was a kid. Uh, but my mom's work laptop, she would let me play on it, and then my brother gave me his old Steam account, so that's how I got introduced to TF2 was through my brother. And then Gmod, I was like, oh, I really want to play this game. I wonder if it's on Steam. And then I found out it was. I was like, oh, okay, cool. And the what the heck was it? It was the Valve Complete Pack was on there. So I had asked for that as a birthday present. So I got all the Valve games. And then I was like, with my birthday money, I was like, I'm gonna buy Gmod too. And then, which was a good thing I did that because you needed like CS Source and all that stuff too.
Yeah, believe it or not,
And
my introduction to TF2 was through one of those Gmod stop motion animation videos. I believe it was called The Blue Heist.
the Blue Heist, huh?
Yeah, it was a Donkey Kong The Blue Heist where I believe it was the blue team that took all of DK's bananas. I think it was also a slight introduction to Gmod, but what piqued my interest for it was when I got to see people like PewDiePie, CNanners, and Markiplier, and then a year later, Vanos play Prop Hunt on Gary's mod, and when CNanners would play Trouble in Terrorist Town.
Mhm. I was just seeing stuff like that though. Like that game looks so fun. And then obviously, like I get it. I think it was after I had already discovered Gmod that I had started seeing like SFM videos and stuff like that.
So I must warn you, the moment that you clean this axe, then the episode will begin to end.
Okay.
So if there's anything else that you'd like to, if there's anything else that you'd like to add,
Let me think.
you are free to take your time.
I'm thinking. I will say I very much like the basement a lot. The basement's awesome. The game nights have been very fun. I will say that TTT and stuff like that, and I don't think like a lot of people knew about the LAN party stuff besides like the guys. That and that meme that meme game you found are really funny.
Yeah.
That game's awesome.
Anything
But
else
yeah,
anything else you would like to add before I wash this axe, or we do it as a team?
let's do it as a team. Let's do it.
All right, I got the bottom, you got the top,
Okay.
and go. Well, it was mostly just from
Yeah,
behind. Well, we got
no
it
worries.
anyways.
It's done.
Yeah, we
We
got the
did it.
slideshow and everything.
We did it. Let's
Patrick,
go.
I want to thank you again for agreeing to do this. And if you have anything to shout out, where should people go if they want to keep up to date with whatever you do?
I have an Instagram account. me see. Hold up. I always forget the name, but I post my pictures and stuff on there. If you want to know more about me, it's Pat_Rat785 is my Instagram account.
Are you pushing me?
No,
I can see right now you're pushing me.
I'm not.
Anyways, thank you again, man, and
This was fun. I like this.